Hi, friends. Welcome to an episode of Clearly Thriving. I'm Allison Clay,
And I'm Siri Harkins.
and we are thriving.
Clearly.
Clearly. Siri, what are you drinking today?
I just cracked open a delightful 7 Up Zero Sugar Shirley Temple
With pomegranate.
with pomegranate.
I have the same thing. I'm going to open it right now. My dog just crawled between my back and the seat, so that's not really comfy for me.
She looks thrilled.
Good. So, Siri, how's life? It's
Like,
been a minute.
it has been a while. I don't even remember what our last podcast was about or when we did it. It's been a very long time.
It was for sure before Christmas.
Yeah, it was before Christmas. So who knows?
Yeah.
The world may never know. It's not like it's on the internet. Um,
I did take my podcast mic to my parents' house, and then we sure didn't use it.
we were busy.
We
So
were.
Allison was gone, and then my family came out here, so it was just like busy having family here and like driving them around, and it was really fun, just the holiday of it all.
Yeah.
um yeah.
Yeah. My holiday was really nice. I was at my parents' house for almost 3 weeks, which was honestly great. I didn't have as much like downtime as I normally do, which was interesting. Like I
Yeah.
took 5 books and I only read one. Yeah. Yeah, but it was still a good time. I got to see my childhood best friend for the first time in 2.5 years.
It was wild.
Yeah. We both cried. Um, it was a great time. And now I'm back in LA. In
And
chronological order, this is the series of events. All right. I left my parents on Tuesday. Today's Thursday. So all of this is in the last 2 days. My mom and I flew back Tuesday morning, and my mom came with me because she had to help me bring the pets because you can only fly with one pet per person. It's so dumb. Um, anyway, so she came to help me do that. We landed in Burbank at 11:40 a.m., which was great, except for the fact that we had to be up at 4 a.m. Central Time. Um, so it's a long day. We knew it was going to be a long day. But anyway, we get to the airport, we go to the luggage carousels. Everyone else's luggage comes down, and mine just doesn't. Not everyone else's. There was me and like 5 or 6 other people from my flight that our luggage just wasn't there. So there was a good little crowd of us. They had us like scan QR codes and fill out forms. And they're like, okay, we'll let you know. And I just was like, my entire life is in those suitcases. Like all of my clothes, all of my Christmas presents, all of my birthday presents from my family. Plus, I had like pet stuff in there, hair stuff in there. My makeup was in my carry-on, thank goodness. And like my medical supplies were in my carry-on, thank goodness. But still, and I had like books that I hadn't gotten to read yet in there. I was panicking. And shoes, dude, it was so stressful. Um, so we got home to my house probably around noon. Also, when we landed, it was so windy. Like that day, the winds were like 36 miles an hour with like gusts up to 60 miles an hour, I think. So my mom and I came back to my house. We like chilled for half a second. Then we took down my Christmas decorations because tomorrow's my birthday and I was supposed to have my birthday party at my house tomorrow night. And I was like, I need to take down my Christmas decorations because it's birthday time now. And what else did we do? I don't remember.
you probably went to Pavilion.
Oh, we went to Pavilions and ordered my cake. We went to Target. Um, where as we were walking into Target, I like picked up my leg to take a step and the wind blew my leg across my body. And my mom like grabbed onto me because that same gust of wind like blew her off balance. So we both almost went down. And then we walked into Target and the stuff at the little Bullseye's playground, which is right by the door, stuff was like blowing off of that little like basket shelf situation that they have there. It was insane. And like my little car, because my car is really small. Um, I had to like steer into the wind just to go straight. It was insane. Um, yeah, and then the fires started, so that was fun. So then our group chat was popping,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
and I was like, "You guys, my luggage," and then everyone's like,
Kim, there's people that are dying.
"The fires!" Um, well, I think at that point it was just one fire.
Yeah.
So that was Tuesday. By the time we went to bed Tuesday night, things were not looking good. Then Wednesday, I woke up and I was supposed to go to work Wednesday, first of all.
Yeah.
So I woke up at 5:30 in the morning to get ready. I was gonna leave my house at 7:25. I had to be at work at 8. At 7:21, I got a text saying, "Just kidding, we're canceled. Um,
Like,
stay home."
don't show up.
I was like, "Cool, thank you." And I know people on that job that come from
Bar.
like Pasadena, and I was like, those people have already left their house.
Yep.
Um, anyway, so then I just got to hang out with my mom for an extra couple hours, which was cool, except we couldn't even go get coffee because nothing was open. And then also at that point, there was a fire in the Pasadena area that was pretty intense, and one of my friends had already been evacuated. Um, so that morning, my mom and I, for 3 hours, just sat on my bed, just scrolling because my phone was blowing up because everyone's checking on
Yeah.
everyone. And then my mom is just on Facebook probably. Um, so anyway, then I took my mom to the airport. I wasn't really sure if her plane was even gonna take off or not because the winds were still pretty
Oh,
intense that
yeah.
day. She did, she made it home, it was fine. She also made it home before that big winter cell hit the Midwest, so that was good. And then Wednesday afternoon, my luggage finally made it back to me, which was exciting. Except when I went to open the door for the guy who was bringing it back to me, he was like, "Hi, wanted to let you know this one is broken. Like one of my suitcases is missing a wheel, and a good chunk out of the bottom where the wheel is attached is just gone." Um, so he was like, "Call this number, they'll compensate you, whatever." But I was sad because for one, that suitcase I literally just bought a new 5-star, really expensive luggage set because I'm so tired of my suitcases breaking. I go through like probably a suitcase a year
No, it's like actually insane how often this happens.
to me.
Like to you
Yeah,
specifically, like randomly.
yeah. And so I just bought a new one that was supposed to be really durable. And this was literally its first trip. Like I cut the tags off of it when I packed to go to my parents 3 weeks ago. And it looks like it's been to like the Conga or something. Because also it's like really scuffed. It's like got black marks all over it. It's got chips in it. I'm like, did you throw it under a truck?
Like this was its first trip. Like
And the other suitcase that I checked is from the same luggage set. It looks completely fine. Like it's looks like it's been on a trip, but like,
normal.
yeah,
Normal wear and tear.
like the other one, I'm like, what happened to you? And I was really stressed because my Taylor Swift manuscript vinyl or the anthology vinyl was in that suitcase, but it's fine. Don't worry, everyone. My books and my vinyl are fine. Everything in the suitcase, fine, which really that's what's important. Um, and so then I was texting our friend Amanda separately that whole day, and she was also like,
Like, wow.
well, because she also was like, it does really suck that you don't have your luggage because I couldn't pack a go bag because that whole day everyone's like, everyone needs to pack a go bag, and I'm like, all my stuff is lost.
Like my stuff is all in that luggage.
Like I didn't even have my full size deodorant. I just had the travel one. And so the one that's usually in my work bag. Like that's what I had to dig out to use deodorant Wednesday. Um anyway, so I texted her and I was like, "My luggage is finally here, but it's broken." And she sent me the gift that's like, "Kim, there's people dying." And then immediately was like, "I'm sorry, I had to." Which like, yes, you did.
Yeah.
Um anyway, so it was really trippy to be unpacking and repacking at the same time.
Yeah.
And also around that time, our friend Alec self-evacuated. um, left the state even.
Yeah. She's gone.
Yep. Um, yeah, and one of our friends just bought a house in the Pasadena area, and she stayed definitely longer than she should have. I honestly don't know if they're still
Yeah.
there or
I don't
not.
know if they're
I
still there or
haven't
not.
gotten an update. Um, we were panicked for her, and then a fire broke out in Santa Clarita, which is where one of our really good friends lives,
Mhm.
and she was so close to the evacuation zone, and then her house lost power. So they did wind up leaving and going to a hotel, which is good. Um, and now it looks like that fire is,
Like contained-ish.
yeah,
Ish.
yeah. But at one point yesterday, we had 7 separate fires in LA.
It was crazy. There
Yeah.
was when one erupted like in the Hollywood Hills, that's when I was like, "Ooh, we
Yeah.
gotta keep an eye on this."
Yeah, the
But
Hollywood Hills one was scary because that was the closest one to us.
but that one got under control quicker.
Within 12 hours.
Yeah.
Do not climb behind me.
Yeah. It was wild. Yeah. Tuesday, I mean, I had work, so this was my first week back at work from winter break, which is sad because nobody likes work, let's be real.
Mhm.
Not that work has to be the end of the world, but like it's not like what I want to be doing with my time. It just
It's
it's
inconvenient.
what I gotta do.
A necessary evil.
But I like had just started the Throne of Glass book series, and I'm on the second to the last book, and so I'm like, I just want to like be reading these books. I'm so close to the end. I like binged through them last week so fast,
Yeah,
and now I'm
Sari's a
like,
binge reader. She starts a book and you don't hear from her for 8 hours.
yeah, I no, I just like sit and read. And if it's a series, it's that series is gonna be completed within the week.
Yep.
Pretty much. That's just what I do. But anyway, so that's what I wanted to do. So we were back on Monday, fine, all good and dandy. And then Tuesday it was so windy, just kind of crazy. But kids were there again, just fine. We had long meetings after work. We had like a 2-hour meeting that day. And so I went out with some of my coworkers after because I was like, hey, let's get together. So we hung out and chatted, and that was really cool. But then I didn't get home till 7. And when I got home, because of the wind and everything, there was no power on my entire block. So it was dark. And I realized as I'm pulling up to my gate that I can't get to my parking spot because you need power for the gate to open. And so I sat there for a little bit, just kind of waiting, thinking like there's no way the power's going to be out for that long. And then I was like, no, this is pointless. So then I'm like, well, there has to be a manual way to open this, which there is. However, and at this point, one of my neighbors was out there helping me, and he was trying to figure this out too, because people adjust. Um, but anyway, no, there's like literally a padlock lock to cover that like thing with the manual release on it, which I guess is smart. It makes sense, but then I couldn't get into the parking. But luckily, someone had just pulled out of their spot across the street, so he's just like parking that spot, and I was like, okay. And I'm like, this just sucks because it's under a giant tree, and there's stuff blowing everywhere. This is a brand new car, so I was freaking out. And I was able to get into my apartment, not a big deal. Got the dogs, like with my little phone flashlight, with my phone on like 20%. We did not go for a long walk. Just necessary so they could go to the bathroom, go inside. I just like have my little flashlight. I lit some candles, hung out. Um, my power came back on at 10. So I hurried outside, moved my car so it wasn't on the street, so it was safer. But then yeah, Wednesday was weird because Burbank School District canceled school, but LAUSD didn't. They only did for like the schools in the Palisades that are now burned to the ground.
Yeah.
So, I mean, good. But otherwise, the rest of LAUSD was just like, sucks to suck, go to school. Haha. And so we get to work, and so many of the staff are not there because they live in evacuation zones. And like, thank goodness our principal is super understanding. It was just like, yeah, like we'll take care of it. Your classes will be covered. But then because of the air quality, we're like in the first class of the day, and we get an announcement that's just like, hey, we're moving to a shelter in place. So just close your doors, turn off air, um, keep kids in the classrooms. Obviously, they can go to the bathroom, but it has to just be one out at a time.
Mhm.
Limit any outside time. And like even for nutrition, um, they just had like class by class just run to like the lower level of the classroom buildings. Like they brought the food to the buildings. Lunch, they had the kids go to like the cafeteria and get the stuff. But anyway, it was crazy. And so I was just like, oh, I guess I'm just stuck with my first period pretty much all day. And then at some point, because they made the first period kids stay into second period. And then at some point they came over and was like, all right, we're going to do a little modified schedule. So like move to your next class period, but again, maintain that shelter in place protocol, but you can move to your next class. And then we had another announcement that we were moving to a minimum day schedule. So the kids left at 1:13, which I was so glad. But it was also just, it was wild because I'm like, why did any of us have to come in the first place?
Yeah.
We did not have a lot of students there. A lot of kids weren't there or got picked up early anyway. I had a student stop by that was like, hey, what are we doing in your class today? Like, am I going to miss a bunch of instruction if I leave early? And I looked at him, I'm like, it's online.
Yeah.
It is online. Like the thing we were doing in class, this is my second year I've had you in a class. Like you are capable of reading the instructions and doing it from the comfort and safety of your own home. So
Mhm.
bye, be safe.
Yep.
But yeah, I was so glad to be able to go home early. And what I did was I came and filled up my gas tank, bought like a jug of water and a bunch of granola bars for the back of my car, went home, packed a go bag, um, just had everything kind of ready to go. I'm like, what else happened Wednesday? I brought your stuff over here.
Yeah, you came here for a little bit.
Yeah. Um, and then thank good Jesus that they canceled school for today, all of LAUSD, and then same thing for Friday. All of LAUSD is
Yeah.
closed, which is just, I can't believe they didn't do that on Wednesday, to be honest.
No, on Wednesday, Burbank called it for the rest of the week,
Mhm.
which just makes sense. I mean, it's so rough to ask people to be away from their homes right now.
Yeah, because like with the fires changing and people live everywhere, it's not
Yeah.
like the school I work at, that area itself is not like there's no way any of that area is going to need to evacuate from any of the fires.
We just like heard a car sputter out, I think.
That was weird. Anyway, and so it's not in danger, like in that sense, but the air quality in that area is
Rough.
not good. And especially like school campuses in California are outdoors. It's not like just a building with good ventilation. And like our ventilation is not good. The buildings are from the 1950s,
Yeah.
the older ones anyway, like the classroom buildings. Um, like we have a brand new administration building, the middle school building is brand new. But like my classroom, the windows are old. Like you can feel the wind blowing into them. So the kids were watching this tree outside of my window. And we were kind of joking, like, what would happen if the tree fell on the school? And I was like, I don't know, we'd probably get to go home.
When you sent that thing that you were in a shelter in place with your first period, I was like racking my brain trying to remember if your first period was a chill group or not. Because I was like, oh, I hope she has the good kids.
Oh my gosh. It was fifth period because it was the B day. But yeah, those kids were great. And I only had 19 out of 38.
Bless.
They were so quiet. They were angelic. Angelic children.
Yeah.
It was also my first day seeing them since break. And then I was stuck with them for however long and they were all just so quiet. And
Yeah.
I'm like walking around like, and then as soon as we all hear that we can leave early, I was like, yes, we can go home early. I was like, I'm sorry, you guys. I'd rather hang out with my dogs than do pretty much anything else.
Yeah.
And some of the kids are just like laughing. They're like,
Siri's like, you don't understand. I have a book to finish.
I'm like, listen, I have things I would like to be doing. Like, I love you all. I'm really happy to see you. Need to make that clear. uh, Just home is nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, bye, everybody. Have a great day. Stay safe. Drink water.
Great.
Like, we're ready to leave.
On Wednesday, also the air quality in Burbank at 10 a.m. Wednesday, our air quality was 370,
So bad.
which is toxic. Like the thing on the weather app said toxic. By the time I took my mom to the airport, it was down to like 160 something, which still is not great, but it's better than 370. And then Wednesday night, by the time I went to bed, it was back down to like 68. And I was like, okay, that's decent. Today it's hung out around like 163-ish, which is not super hazardous, but also not great. Today we've been wearing masks while we've been outside just because there's a ton of ash in the air.
Yeah, there was like ash on my car this morning. It was wild.
Like you could visibly see it.
Oh yeah, I
floating
got
through
a
the
new
air.
car.
Oh yeah, you did.
I got a new car.
Yeah, her car's white, so like the ash blends right in.
Yeah.
However, the interior is black, and when I opened the door when we were leaving the commissary this morning, I was like, "Oh, there's ash going in right now. Sorry." Anyway, yeah.
It's fine.
Yep.
What can you do?
Then today, have I said all of my drama up until today?
Yeah.
I think so. Today I had a sleep appointment with my sleep doctor. Because over Christmas break, over the holidays when I was at my parents', I'm a child. Uh, over the holidays when I was at my parents', I did a sleep study because I don't sleep well ever, and it's getting consistently worse as I get older. Which, damn, that makes me sound geriatric. But anyway, I had a consultation with a doctor right before I went to my parents, and then I did the sleep study at my parents, which was really nice because I could do it without having to go into a clinic. And then today was my follow-up with her where she like explained the results of the sleep test to me. And I have sleep apnea. Based on the results of the test, she says it's mild sleep apnea, but based on the results of the test, both nights, I stopped breathing an average of 5 times each hour for 10 or more seconds. And that's mild sleep apnea. Like, can you imagine?
Like, so, yeah.
Yeah. So she was like going over my options with me because obviously we need to do something because I don't sleep, which the sleep test also confirmed. Because apparently my body wakes up pretty much every time I stop breathing, which she said is good because that means I'm not gonna die. But also that means that I don't have time to get into deep sleep. So that's why I wake up so tired all the time. Anyways, we were going over my options and she was like, "You do qualify for a CPAP machine." And I was like, "Of course I do, but we're gonna try another thing first." So fingers crossed that that works because
yeah.
this would basically just be like a more intense night guard, which honestly is perfect because I kind of need a new night guard anyway. Because there's literally a hole in mine because I grind my
Oh,
teeth so much. So anyway, it kills two birds with one stone, and insurance will cover this. She said so. That'll be great.
Good.
Yep. So that's how my day started. Then Siri came and picked me up, and we went and got coffee.
Yeah, I was like, get in, loser.
Yeah.
Get into the new car.
We had 2 of our local coffee shops were open today. We went to one and had a really good latte. And I tried a burrito bowl, which was also really good. Oh, I have leftovers. Hey. And then we went to Target. Is that what we did next?
I think that has to have been what we did next. What else
Yeah.
would we have done? We went to Target and we let Target tell us what we needed.
Oh, also, I think I said tomorrow's my birthday. I planned a big birthday party. It's gonna be my first like actual party in 5 years. I also ordered my first birthday cake in 10 years because my celiac is officially in remission per my labs. So I can
Hey.
have cake again. So I ordered my first birthday cake in 10 years, and my party was gonna get to be on my birthday because my birthday's on a Friday this year. I was really excited about that. Um, and then this morning, when things were not looking too good and more fires continued to pop up, I realized that I just don't feel okay about asking people to be away from their homes right now. Um, so I've rescheduled my party for next weekend. So far, only a couple people can't make it, which is unfortunate, but everyone has been really understanding and apologetic for the situation. It's just really funny because I'm literally having a birthday from hell. Um,
It's like everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. But
literally, like we are on plan ZA at this point. Um, maybe even Z part two.
something.
Yep. Anyway, so we rescheduled my party. So I tried to call the bakery when we left the coffee shop to reschedule my cake, and they put me on hold so long that eventually it hung up on me. So then we went to Target, walked around there for a while. Then I tried to call the bakery again, and the little automated thing is like, press 2 for the bakery. So I did. And then somebody answered and they were like, "Hi, how can I help you?" And I said, "Hi, I ordered a cake and I need to reschedule it." And she was like, "Cake? This is the deli. You gotta call a bakery." And then she hung up on me.
And you're like, I literally pressed the button for the bakery.
And I like looked at my screen because like it made the noise, and I looked at my screen and the thing was like going down as I looked at it, and it said I had pressed 2 for the bakery, so I know I did it right. Anyway, so then we decided just needed to go there. So we went to the bakery. It was the easiest thing in the world.
Yep, guy was super nice.
He was like, "Oh yeah,
Like
absolutely."
easy. What day? Cool.
Yeah. Um yeah, so that was less than 5 minutes. Um we also got a couple of lots of waters because we're not supposed to be using tap water right now, so that all of that can go to the firefighters. So we got one for us and then one for the firefighters. We went to the fire station to try to give it to them. No one was there. Um, fair.
Yeah,
We'll try again
we'll try again
at a later
sometime.
time. Um, anyway, then we went to Home Goods.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, walked around there a little bit. We briefly went into Hobby Lobby.
Yep.
And then when we were in Hobby Lobby, my alarm went off on my phone reminding me that there was street cleaning at my house today. So we booked it back over here because my car was parked on the street, and I literally did a donut in the middle of the street and pulled into my driveway. And then we went to
And that's when we went to the bakery, and then we went
okay.
to Chick-fil-A.
Oh yeah, we did.
We did go to Chick-fil-A.
Dude, they have the frosted lemonades are already one of my favorite things in the world. But now they have key lime frosted lemonades. So I
It was
tried
good.
that today.
It was good.
That might be one of the best things I've ever put in my mouth. It was so good. Um, where did we go after that?
Came here. I think you unloaded.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we opened all my Amazon packages. Discovered that one of my decorations that I ordered for my party was missing, so I chatted with a nice little Amazon associate and got that sorted out. Then we went to Party City for probably the last time ever.
R.I.P.
Yeah, we got some stuff, not a lot. Honestly, stuff was not really that on sale.
No, that was the weirdest part. I'm like, you're going out of business. Everything must go, but stuff is not marked down
Yeah.
as much as it should be.
Like the costumes were on sale like 75% off, but then like the party stuff was only like 10% off.
It was weird.
Yeah, so we only got a couple things. Um,
Yeah.
yep.
Then since this weekend, we have fun plans.
Oh, but while we were in Party City,
Oh my gosh.
one of the like emergency alert things went off. Oh, remind me I have to upload that NDA. While I'm thinking this. One of the emergency alert things went off that was like, evacuate immediately, you're in an evacuation zone. And then we were like, what? because Party City, I can literally see it from my house. There's no fires here. So my first thought was, did a hotspot pop up in the Burbank Mountains? But even then, I wouldn't be in the evacuation zone for the mountains. I was like, what? Um, and Siri was like, it's fine. And then our group chat started going insane because everyone got it, including people who were like a good distance away from us. Um, so then somebody was like, my boyfriend's watching the news. The news just said it was a mistake. But it took Apple a full 20 minutes to put out another alert being like, rescinded. This was on accident. Whoops.
It's so funny. The number of people that are like, oh my gosh, do I need to evacuate? And I'm like, you literally live in Marina Del Rey. No.
Yeah.
Oh.
So apparently that went out to all of LA
LA
County,
County.
which has like 10 million people, 20 million people. I don't even know. And most of us have iPhones. What is the best way to panic
Everybody.
millions of people?
That.
Because everyone, anxiety is so high. Like, I don't know anyone who's not at least a lot anxious. I don't know anyone who's chilling right now. Everyone
Yeah.
is stressed, everyone is scared, everyone is anxious because, like, fire is so unpredictable. We never know where it's gonna go, especially since more of them just keep popping up.
Yeah.
Um, so that was fun. And we were like, how many people do you think immediately got in their cars and started driving?
A couple.
Oh, at least a couple hundred, I would think.
I know.
Um, anyway, you were saying?
Oh yeah, we went and picked up my dogs and brought them to my coworker's house
In Simi
in
Valley.
Simi Valley.
We could see one of the fires from the freeway coming back.
Yeah, that was interesting actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dogs I think will be much better off there when we're kind of busy.
Yeah.
So
And the air quality up there was so
oh
much
my gosh,
better.
air quality is way better. And they have their own little space there. They're always
Mhm.
going to be around people, so it'll
Yeah.
be good. They'll be
Yeah.
safe and sound.
Yeah, this weekend we are supposed to be going to Vegas for my birthday. Um, that's the plan. And that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Yep.
Yep, that's the plan. Yep. So hopefully should be good. The air quality in Vegas is great.
Love it.
Let's go to Vegas for the fresh air, everyone.
I mean, it's an option.
At this point.
Hi, Lila.
Anyway, that's our
Saga.
yeah. Oh, and then we went to Target
Yeah,
again.
then we went to Target again
Yeah.
because that's what you do.
Yep.
I don't know. Sometimes I just go to Target because it's on my way home and like
It's nice to walk around.
yeah, it's nice to walk around.
Target, the food section is
it's
so picked over. But the funny thing is, I think it's people not quite understanding the assignment because it's all of the frozen foods that are
Yeah.
gone, the perishable food that's gone. Like the canned goods, all there. Completely fine.
Like that's what you want to stock up on in this kind of
The
situation.
freezer section, like all what 4 aisles of it,
We're like
completely gone. Even the ice cream.
It
gone.
reminded me of COVID.
It did. Like when we were there earlier today, we were like, maybe they're just restocking and pulling stuff. No, because we went back 5 hours later and it was still empty.
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
Oh,
Because
yeah, I
we were
bought a
like,
croissant mini purse. It's cute.
yeah, yeah. Our friend Jasenia has our location. Most of our friends have our location. And she like saw that we were at Target and she was like, "What are you guys getting at Target?" And we were like, "A helium tank and Disney gift cards."
I sent her a picture because I got tights and a gift card.
Yep. Anyway, that's our saga for now.
Yeah.
Yep. So we might have been gone for 3 weeks, but we came back with lots of drama.
There's just a lot happening, okay?
Ah! I literally feel like we're the meme of the dog sitting in the room and everything's on fire, and the dog's like, This is fine.
It's fine. It's all fine.
It's uh-huh. So I think that'll probably bring us to the end of this episode of Clearly Thriving. It's my birthday in 3 hours,
Woo!
and I need to go to bed because
Yep.
I'm old now.
And we got a busy day.
We really do. And then you'll just have to hear about that next week because
Next time.
we are back on our bullshit now. So you'll see us every week.
Yes.
I'm Allison Clay,
And I'm Siri Harkins.
and we are thriving.
Clearly.
Clearly.